News 8, your local news source. This is breaking news.
Is the worst yet to come, Dr. Fauci?
Yes, it is. I can say we will see more cases and things will get worse than they are right now.
The nation's top health officials on Capitol Hill warning Americans to be prepared for the coronavirus outbreak to get worse before it gets better. We're following several breaking developments right now at 6 o'clock. The NCAA announced just a short time ago that the NCAA basketball tournaments will have limited attendance. So this comes as the Big Ten tournament begins in downtown Indianapolis.
Yeah, stunning developments tonight. Plus, President Trump also set to address the nation tonight at 9 o'clock. Now, here's a look at where things stand right here in Indiana. The state health department confirms an additional 4 coronavirus cases, 3 in Johnson County, 1 in Howard County. That brings the total statewide number to 10.
The World Health Organization, meanwhile, officially declared the global coronavirus crisis a pandemic today. So here in the U.S., more than 1,000 people have been infected, and that number is growing quickly. The death toll in the U.S. currently stands at 31. The Dow plunged into bear market territory today, the first time since the 2008 recession. As we mentioned, no fans will be allowed at the NCAA tournament games. In a statement, NCAA President Mark Emmert said, "I have made the decision to conduct our upcoming championship events, including the Division I men's and women's basketball tournaments, with only essential staff and limited family attendance." The statement goes on to say, "This decision is in the best interest of public health, including the coaches, administrators, fans, and most importantly, our student athletes."
Now, that statement came shortly after this one from the NCAA COVID-19 Advisory Panel. It reads in part, COVID-19 spreading rapidly in the United States, and behavioral risk mitigation strategies are the best option for slowing the spread of the disease. Given these considerations, coupled with a more unfavorable outcome of COVID-19 in older adults, especially those with underlying chronic medical conditions, we recommend against sporting events open to the public.
All right, so despite those statements, the Big Ten men's basketball tournament is allowing fans to attend games at least tonight.
Yeah, we have live team coverage. Sports Director Anthony Calhoun on what the NCAA decision means to Indianapolis. But first, Sierra Hignite tells us how some of the major events in town are responding to the coronavirus. Sierra.
Yeah, Phil, that's right. So already tonight, fans are piling into Bankers Life Fieldhouse for tonight's rounds of the Big Ten tournament. But it seems like organizers everywhere are having to roll with the punches day by day as this coronavirus situation develops.
Indianapolis is home to many large-scale events every year. Just over the next few weeks, Indy will see visitors come in for the Big Ten tournament, Pacers games, and major conventions.
Certainly, as a big city, we're not immune from any repercussions tied to the COVID-19 chaos.
But places like Bankers Life Fieldhouse, the Indiana Convention Center, and other facilities that will be welcoming these large crowds have been trying to be proactive and follow the guidance of the local and state health department.
We know that event organizers and large-scale events, this is top of mind.
It seems the Big Ten tournament at Bankers Life is following the Pacers playbook. Last week, the Pacers released a statement regarding the coronavirus outbreak. They said, at this time, currently scheduled events at the Fieldhouse will continue as scheduled for all ticketed guests. The Fieldhouse, like many others, has increased sanitation efforts and encourages guests to take precautions as well.
It's not as easy as saying we're going to pump the brakes and cancel.
Many of the events held in Indianapolis are booked years in advance and require a lot of planning. IMS is already looking ahead to May as they continue to monitor the coronavirus. They said in a statement, "We are actively monitoring the situation and working closely with the public health officials to ensure the well-being of our spectators and event participants. We don't expect any disruptions to the IndyCar schedule, including this week's race in St. Petersburg and the month of May at Indianapolis Motor Speedway."
Tourism is one of the main industries that this coronavirus is slated to hit hardest.
Visit Indy has been hard at work trying to make sure event organizers are aware of all the efforts being made here in Indianapolis.
We're proactively calling each and every convention that is slated to meet here in Indianapolis from here all the way out through August.
As the situation continues to develop, the entire city is paying close attention.
We are not blind to the fact that things change day by day, hour by hour.
Now, this Friday, St. Patrick's Day parade downtown is still scheduled to go on as normal. Now, since the NCAA made that announcement about their tournament, the Big Ten responded saying that they are still going to play all the games in the Big Ten tournament as scheduled as of now, with all fans allowed to come to the games. Of course, we're going to continue to keep you updated on that situation if anything does change, and all coronavirus coverage, both on air and online. Reporting live at the Circle, I'm Sierra Hignite, Wish TV News 8.
All right, Sierra, thank you. The news not good for Indianapolis, which is scheduled to host the men's basketball Midwest Regional 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Our sports director, Anthony Calhoun, joins us live from downtown. And AC, we talked about it earlier. This is really a big blow to the city.
Yeah, there is no doubt about that, Phil and Brooke. Good evening to you. We are just outside here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, and I know Sierra talked about the Big Ten basketball tournament here in town this weekend. I can tell you this, just seeing the folks making their way in for the games here tonight, many folks in shock that no fans, for the most part, will not be allowed to watch the NCAA tournament for March Madness. We can tell you, as of right now, fans are allowed to go to the Big Ten tournament here tonight. But that's as of a right now. That could possibly change as early as tomorrow. But as of right now, they're getting access to watch the games here tonight at the Fieldhouse. President Emmert for the NCAA did say this today, that, you know, the NCAA Final Four is in Mercedes-Benz Stadium down in Atlanta. They are trying now to find a smaller venue for that. And when you think about here in Indianapolis, we're playing host to the regional finals, which was supposed to take place at Lucas Oil Stadium, and a massive stadium like that. They are now trying to find another location for that venue as well, because as we mentioned before, it is only limited to family members for the most part, and essential staff, part of the NCAA, that will be getting access, and granted access, that is, when it comes to the NCAA tournament. But when you think about our city, and you know, we are built for moments like this when it comes to the big events like the NCAA tournament, we look forward to this, and there is no doubt this is a major blow to this city. And when you look at the situation for the regionals here for the NCAA tournaments, a place like Lucas Oil Stadium, and all the economic impact for this city with an event like this, no doubt disappointing to see the fact that it is not going to take place as far as fans being open to the public here in Indianapolis when it comes to March Madness. Coming up a little bit later, we'll have much more on this developing story, but as of right now, as we mentioned, the fans are allowed to attend the Big Ten tournament as of tonight, and we'll have much more on this story as it continues to develop. That's it from here. We'll send it back to you.
All right, AC.